All right, what's going on, fellas and fellers? As usual, my name's Kevin. We're working on something. The other day, I was chilling with my dad, and we were talking about Forrest Gump, and I'm hopefully insert that clip right now.
And offered me a fine job.
But this is the type of like mower that Forrest Gump was when he was a gazillionaire, he was mowing with.
And because I was a gazillionaire and I liked doing it so much, I cut that grass for free.
And I figured, like, I'll do the same thing. So I went on Marketplace and saw this mower for sale. It was really cheap. It actually is cleaner than it was because yesterday it rained pretty good, as you can tell by my swamp of a driveway. But so this thing was dirtier. It's been sitting for 6 years, and so has this stanced mower. I plan on getting both these things running, but I really only bought this, and this came with it, and actually so did that, the weed whack. I took the spark plug out and checked to see if there was compression, and this thing has compression. Of course it's a Briggs, and yeah, this is a snapper. For a while, I've been thinking about wanting to get a snapper, because this is just like classic, like I got a beer in my hand, like I'm mowing the lawn. But so yeah, I'm gonna pump these tires up. These tires were pumped up to try and get it in the truck. We got my pressure washer. Yeah, let's see what happens. All right, guys, I'm dying. All I've done so far is I put this bar back on, and the people that sold it to me explained it to me. Thought this held a bagger, and it probably does, but you can lean the whole mower on its ass and then work on it. So I might want to do that, but now the tires are all, that one's already going down, no surprise. Going down, no surprise. This one, I haven't put any air in. I put air in it yesterday. So they all leak except for that one. More than likely though, they all leak, and that one just leaks slower. What am I gonna do? Probably go buy some of that tire slime stuff and Alright, so looking kind of good. I kind of want to spray it down with some Simple Green and make sure it's actually clean. Alright, so I got some Simply Green. Kind of just want to get all this rust protection, LOL, the grease and stuff off. And I picked this brush because I figure it's ruined already. Like, who's going to want to paint with this again? Unless I got this for small cracks. Let's do it. blew off too much paint, but I think it was all on the deck anyways. But this thing's 24 years old and it's still solid. All the grease and oil is gone. All the paint's on the ground. So yeah, the thing's clean. All right, so hopefully you guys can see with my hat on. The sun is just so bright, it's kind of ridiculous. You know, it is the sun and all. Oh! Wow, yeah, this is take a gander, guys. Are you gandering? Are we gandering? I wonder why it didn't run so well. Maybe it's because the filter is literally dust. Can you see that? There's a whole bunch of dust and stuff in there. So hopefully the motor didn't suck too much of that in. But I'm gonna blow that stuff all out. Wipe this down, wipe that down. The intake's clean now, basically. All right, so in doing some research, okay, just staring at the thing for a minute, looks like the bowl has a bolt on the bottom. So what I'm gonna do is remove it. Absolutely no gas in the thing. You can't see, but it smells like, I don't even know, like old gas, I guess. Am I tightening this thing? No? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I have never seen something this bad. I want to say that's all the intake. So, or what? There's no way that's the intake, because it wouldn't go through there. It would be something from the gas tank. Man, that is bad. Well, let me set this down. There's the bolt. I need to not lose that. Right. What in the world? All right, so the bowl is as clean as it's gonna get. It's kind of pitted and corroded, but it's not fully gone through, and I think it'll seal just fine. All right, so intake's off. This thing actually isn't a stud. It has nothing to do with it. There was 2 bolts right here, and then the intake boot, and taking off these 2 things, popped it off. I'm gonna have to wipe this thing off. Honestly, this thing is kind of annoying to get off. All right, so I don't know what was just recording. I'm out of electronic parts cleaner, and I'm not using anything more harsher than this because I don't have any gaskets, and all the gaskets are still intact. So I'm just gonna clean up the carb with this, and maybe spray the inside with brake cleaner. But I need to go buy some more, and it's lunchtime, so let's chill for a sec. All right, so guys, this is the haul. I went to Walmart and Home Depot. Unfortunately, Walmart doesn't have fuel filters in store, but Home Depot did. Man, and Walmart's a scammer. I must be tripping or something, because I remember, like, I got parts cleaner right there, right there. So, I mean, I've been buying parts cleaner or electronic parts cleaner because it's good on plastics and stuff. But so the electronic parts cleaner, it's online for like $8.48, and Walmart in the store has it for like $10.50 something. So like, don't call me the J word, but yeah, I totally made them match the price and get that for like 10 bucks. But like, I remember when this was like $3 or $4 or maybe $5 just a couple months ago, and now like, big regret. Like, I should have just bought like a case or 2 of this. All I really need is electronic parts cleaner and brake cleaner and maybe some WD-40. So if I had a case or two of this, I mean, like, how long does it last? I don't even know. But so, yeah, had lunch. We're back looking at this thing. Hopefully I didn't bend this, but I think I did. Now that we got some more parts cleaner, excuse me, sorry. We're gonna be cleaning up this some more. I know you can't see because my phone never wants to focus anymore, but yeah, you can see that a little bit. That's full of crust in there. All right, so this thing, I've reamed out like all the holes. The center hole is like the bowl fill. Can't see anything. Still can't see anything. There's a small little hole in the center. I used a piece of wire to ream it out. Get the bowl fills that little thing in there, and then. All right, so took the thing off. Yeah, of course there's a little bit of water in there. You can hear. You can hear it wheezing. Definitely has compression. All right, so kind of a fail. So when I took off the shield, I thought it like slid off behind the oil cap, like just take the cap off and it'll shield will slide off behind it. This is attached to the shield. So when you pull this thing out, that's the dipstick right there. See how it spins? It lets go of the oil. So I'm not sure if this thing's over full or what. I actually do know it was over full. I remember, I don't know if I said in the video or what, or originally when I went to go look at it, I looked at the oil and I took the spark plug out and I made sure it had compression or I wasn't gonna buy it. I knew it was over full because someone had poured a whole bunch of new oil in the thing, and then the dude told me that it had just been serviced, and clearly it hasn't been serviced. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I took off the cover because it's just caked and stuff, and yeah, I'm gonna clean it off. But first I need to stop this thing from leaking, basically. So all right, so these fins are kind of clean. I also cleaned these fins. You can now see through them, and there's no pine cones or whatever, acorns, nuts and stuff. It's as clean as it's gonna get. I'm gonna wipe off some more of the oil and then put the cover back on. All right, so not sure what I recorded. This is all put back together. All right, so not sure if you guys can see this. I just took this fuel filter off, and you can literally see right through it. So it's got a screen in there. It looks to be newer. I'm gonna throw it back on. All right, so not to lose my train of thought or anything, but everything is back together. I've just noticed how everything works. That's neutral. You push this thing all the way up. This thing's a choke right here. You see, you push it, that's a choke. You push this thing up all the way. That's the choke. That thing hits. Pull this thing down. Back into neutral. That's start, that's off. I like how it has a key, even though it's pull to start. All right, so it's raining now. I don't think it was supposed to rain today, but it just started raining. I took the spark plug out. It's an NGK V4LM. See how it's like wider than a car spark plug? I don't have a tool. Oh, the cylinder looks oily, to say the least. And I'm gonna give it a couple pulls and see if this thing sparks. All right, here's the deal, ladies and gents. I just pulled this thing out. Right there, because I was looking at the wiring and everything, and you know, basic, just like let's trace everything, make sure everything is doing something. Here's the deal. I'm just gonna clean this thing off. Maybe it's not getting a good connection. Electronic parts cleaner, this thing, all up in there. And then we're gonna go again. All this is put back together. I put a new clamp right there because this one is just loose and it won't tighten right here. So hopefully it's not leaking anymore. Yeah. It looks like it's leaking out of there, but no point messing with that. All right, I really wanted this to start today. I messed with the key up here, took it out, cleaned it. Before I even really need to try and start it, I need to make sure that that thing's getting spark. And like if the key up front, there's a key up there. If the key isn't telling it that it's on, it won't give it spark. If the seat doesn't say that it's in circuit or whatever, it's not gonna give it spark. And again, I have it bridged and I cleaned that. I sprayed it with parts cleaner. Alright, last set of attempts for the day. I replugged in the seat. I actually put down the parking brake because I think that might have to do with something. Might not. Possibly has to do with nothing. All I know is, I know it's getting gas because I can smell it. And I recorded it, it wasn't getting spark. So for some reason, we weren't getting spark. Chokes on. You guys heard that, it kicked over a couple times. It did something. You guys heard that, it did something. Don't understand. Okay. All right, I swear. Couple more tries and then I'm done. I do think the bowl was leaking. It was wet right here. Now it's not. I wiped everything off so I can see now where it's leaking. I tightened down the bowl. This thing's gonna start. I just need to figure it out. Yeah, I'm done for the day. Fuck this. All right, so it's the next day. Man, my back hurts from trying to start this thing. I shouldn't even have tried to start it without making sure it had spark. And I have a spark tester. Like, I don't understand what's wrong with me. But so if you look in here, this thing's been leaking gas like the whole night, I guess. You can see all that right there. But I can't really see where it's leaking from. I mean, clearly it's probably leaking from that bowl. There's still gas in there. Oh man, and Charky's just meowing up a storm. All right, spark tester is on. It clips up nice and easy. Should be able to see if it has spark. My guess is that that plug is so fouled that it can't even spark itself. I'm going to sand it, but more than likely, I'm gonna go to Home Depot and I'm going to buy a new spark plug, and I'm also gonna buy a spark plug socket that fits small engine motors and not just cars. All right, sorry about the construction noise. I can't stop them, can't stop myself either. All right, I can't see when it's running if it's getting spark, or when I'm pulling it if it's getting spark. All right, I reset the parking brake. It's down, the latch is down. I really want to say this has something to do with it. And because like either it's not getting spark because it's telling itself it doesn't want spark because it's not safe. I mean, it's in neutral. That's neutral. All I know is it's in neutral. Keys on start. And parking brake's on. So let's see now if it will spark. Oh man, it almost just started. It clearly had spark, you could see that. Look at the smoke coming out. Man. All right guys, I'm thinking big times right now. Should I go to Home Depot and get a whole new spark plug and a spark plug socket? Or should I just like wear myself out and just friggin' crank on that thing until it starts? I don't know. Let's friggin' crank on it until it starts. No. It was that one start and that was it. That's all it wanted to do. Herg. I mean, clearly it's getting spark. All right, so I cleaned the spark plug and I also re-gapped it, and surprisingly the gap was way higher than I think it was supposed to be. It's now at 0.3, which I believe most sprigs are supposed to be at. A little over 0.3. I think you're only supposed to go to like right in front of the line. I go to like the middle of the line because then I'm like, oh, that's 0.3. But I also sanded it. So see how it's a little clean? If this doesn't work, I'm going to the store right after and I'm going to buy a new spark plug. Of course it wasn't recording. See the smoke coming out? That was the closest I've ever been to starting it. See the smoke coming out still? Maybe you can't because it doesn't focus when I do that. All right, how's it going guys? I'm back. Went to the store, got a 13/16 socket. It's not a spark plug socket because I figure I'm gonna use a spark plug socket once and I might be able to use a 13/16 socket more than once. I also got a Briggs 13/16 spark plug. It was the only one they had and they said like only goes to certain parts and things and majang. So as a test, I'm pretty sure actually the carb is still, I don't know why I'm looking over there and then pointing over here. I'm pretty sure the carb is the problem. Went to the store. Yeah, it's definitely still leaking gas. I'm gonna have to probably take that carb apart. I feel like the float and or the little jets are still clogged. All right, so not sure what that alien noise that my neighbors are making is, but took out the spark plug again, cleaned it, and then I retightened it with the actual socket, so it's actually tight, not just like kind of tight. Whoa. All right, so this just came out. I've cleaned it multiple times. Every time I put it back in, it gets oily. I'm gonna put in the new spark plug and see what happens. I mean, they look relatively close. This is the Briggs, obviously, and this is the NGK. You'd think that this one would work better in that motor than whatever, I don't know. I'm gonna try gap this to like 0.3 or at least see what it is right now. Okay, so yeah, I can barely fit the tool on. And is that 0.30? Like when it's lined up like that? I'm gonna say it is. All right, we got the new spark plug in. Ain't nothing to it but to try. It's got gas. I don't want to put too much gas in it because I think I need to still pull the carb. So, not really. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it just starts. Please God, just start. Thank you. Whoa. Yeah, I think the carb needs to be checked into. All right, here's the deal. I just went to the store and I got legitimate parts made in the US. This is going to go on there because the dude told me it's cracked right there, and that's probably why it's not getting fuel good. I got a new carburetor gasket, and I'm gonna make sure that it's actually the right size before I take off that one. I also got a new thingamajang for down there. I'm going to clean up this more because I don't know what in good's name made me think to put this back in when it was crusty. But like the carburetor is very clean compared to what it was. I took the float out. I'm going to make sure that the float floats. I also took the needle out of the float, and this is an interesting needle. I also cleaned it because it had like ethanol on it. This thing like goes in here and it tells it, like it goes in and out and makes it have more or less gas or something. I'm gonna clean this up a whole bunch more, and then we're gonna put it back together. It's interesting, I called the dude and I was like, I got a carb, told him the model and whatever number, and he was like, I don't have the parts. And I was like, okay, well, are the bowls close to the same? And he was like, yeah, bowls diameters can be close. So I was like, I might as well just grab a bowl gasket. And then when I was there, I was like, do you got the bottom of the bowl gasket? And then I was like, how does this thing come out? And he was like, you just yank on it. But so this was like 12 bucks, 13 bucks. And this should make the mower run more than like the spark plug did. So let's see how it goes. Guys, pardon the homies mowing, but I just took off. This is the problem, okay? Man, I don't have enough hands for this. But I do have enough vice grips for this. See this pin right here? This isn't a pin. What was I gonna say? Where does it go? Where did it go? I've lost my position. Oh, right there. Look in there. That's where the gas went. See this pin? This pin, or this fitting goes in there. And without me losing my gaskets, I better move them somewhere safe. Where's the other piece? This thing. See, this end went on the hose and this went on that. Dude at the store said it was cracked. The reason it's cracked is because it's trying to push fuel in and pull fuel in, and it's full of crust. Look, there's no way this thing would have ran right. Hold on, look at this. Have you ever seen something like that? That's the fuel. This is going to fill the bowl. Now I cleaned off this a little bit, but there's, see like there, all that stuff? I don't even know what it is. Here, let's take a look. Oh, I don't want to mess up the other gasket. Can you see it? Okay, we got something going on here. And I got my stabber. Oh, you guys weren't paying attention. All right. You guys want to do a line of this stuff? Just a little bit? I don't even know what it is. Yeah, the thing just got serviced. It just got rebuilt. Where did you rebuild it? In the bottom of the ocean? I still like how this thing's solid. I might want to scuff it down and repaint it, but then I don't have these stickers, so I guess I'll just leave it original. Only other bad thing, and it's already rusting. I mean, I guess it was gonna rust anyways. Not much I can do. I mean, I could take the deck off and repaint it, but is it worth it? Not likely. It's just a mower. All right, yeah, I'm gonna clean the rest of this thing out and whip it back together because this is the problem. All right, so check it. This thing is clean. I cleaned the inside edge there. I cleaned that outside edge there where that other gasket goes. Very clean. Cleaned the edge where this new gasket is. Cleaned the bowl, made sure it floated. Cleaned this hole. Shot some brake cleaner or whatever through. It goes through, fills with this hole. And then I guess when it fills, it goes in through there and up into the intake through that behind the throttle body. Right behind it is that nozzle. That's where the intake is. I'm fixing to put this thing back together and start this thing today. Listen, are you listening? We have a good pressure because it all came out right there. That means it's holding pressure and not leaking. It's doing pretty good. All right, so I guess they're gonna do more lawn work. I didn't know. I thought they were gonna go to lunch or something, but yeah, I'm gonna start this soon. Like their mower's already running. I'm gonna start this soon. It should just friggin' start. We'll put the fucking brake on. Not much else to do. There's gas in it. Here we go. More than likely, since I drained all the gas out of it, it needs a whole bunch of pumps to probably get the gas going back or something. I don't know. You did see it smoked a little. All right, guys, please don't make fun of me. The key wasn't on run. It was on off, so it's not leaking gas. We have more gas in it. Vents on. It's on run. It's on choke. Oh man, did you guys? Oh man, guys. I took it off choke. And I turned up the gas like all the way. All right, let's check that out. I don't want to just run it at like full tilt. I was trying to get it out of the garage because, man, this thing smokes like a witch. Okay, all right, so here's the deal, friends. I just pumped up the tires. I'm going to set the camera down. I'm gonna start the thing, and then we're gonna go for a drive. Tires need slime. I bought slime. And the only reason I haven't slimed the tires yet, slime, is because without the mower running, I'm not gonna slime the tires. So I guess when I get back, or maybe tomorrow, I'm gonna slime the tires, maybe even off camera. But yeah, I'm gonna start this thing. Let's see what happens. Oh my goodness, it's so loud. We're mowing. I missed the spot. We're hauling ass. So here it is, guys. Yard's mowed. Looks semi-decent. It does clump a lot. This Honda mower just works too good, and it makes everything else look like shit. It's got the rear drive assist. It's just literally the best mower. You don't even need to choke it. It just chokes itself or whatever. Literally all you do is pull it and it starts every time. This thing, on the other hand, looks like it's dripping oil a tad bit. Better wipe that up so it doesn't drip anywhere else. I mean, it works. We mowed. Let's tighten the vent back down so we don't lose all the things. Well, the $100 mower with got this mower, that mower, and the weed whacker, which all could possibly be videos. But main thing, I was buying this and I wanted it to work, and it works. You can get one of these on Marketplace for like 500 to 700 bucks. So I think I did pretty good with this. Everything works. Everything works. And it looks kind of presentable. Yeah, I kind of want to paint the deck, but you can't even really see. I am kind of unhappy that I got all this paint to come off, but life goes on. If you guys enjoyed me struggling trying to get this mower to work, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.